Okay guys, so this is gonna be the comparison between the LG G5 and the Samsung Galaxy S7. And first of all, a big sorry because I initially planned on making detailed comparisons between all the flagships. But at the moment I'm just so busy that I don't have the time because the comparison is really something that takes up a lot of time. So I will make it a little shorter one without showing anything off. So sorry about that. Okay, let's start off with the design and build quality. Of course I give the win here to the Samsung Galaxy S7 because in overall it feels just more premium, is better built, is nicer, compact, feels more natural and comfortable in the hand. The LG G5 lacks a little bit of build quality on its own because we have a lot of gaps and bulges everywhere, but the design on its own would have been actually quite nice. Not the biggest fan of the modules after all, and it's not a compact phone, but it's not that bad after all. In terms of the display, I give the win to the Samsung as well because of the super nice AMOLED display that could be a little bit sharper. The LG definitely makes a better job here, but the Samsung is brighter, has the better contrast, has more pop, it's more impressive for me at the moment. But I don't see a problem here with the LG as well because it has almost AMOLED level blacks, nice whites, and you can adjust a few things but not that much. Colors are quite okay. It's not maybe a super highly impressive display, maybe also not the very brightest one, but absolutely a pleasing flagship display without any issues. When it comes to the sound though, I give the win to the LG. Because way louder, way richer. Of course you will have to copy it as well, but the overall experience was way better. It's maybe a little bit fresher, opener, and just nicer with a lot of body to the sound, with a lot of maximum volume, which the S7 just can't quite reach, even though it has a quite okay sound after all. But then again, the Samsung wins in terms of headphone jack quality. It's just loud and sounds better overall. The LG sounds like pretty much all the other phones out there at the moment. Not better, not worse. Performance though, once again, here the winner is also the LG G5. Maybe not by quite a big margin because the Samsung is one of the few phones, along actually with the G5, that can deliver 60 frames per second smoothness. And here they are pretty much unrivaled. Buttery, smooth scrolling. It is a little bit more consistent. The browser works a little bit better. Also the gaming performance, once both are set to 1080p, is absolutely pleasing on both, but you should actually do that. Samsung has the Game Tuner app, and on the LG you can actually get that done in the settings. In terms of snappiness and responsiveness, the Samsung is a little bit better, but the overall best performing phone that I've used so far is the LG. When it comes to the battery life, the winner here would be the S7 because it gets you about 1 hour at least more, if not a little bit even more so in terms of Wi-Fi only use, but the difference was quite big on data mixed use because then I had quite big issues with the LG getting maybe like 3.5 hours, maybe somewhat close to 4 hours, and this was quite disappointing. My Samsung S7 has problems here as well and doesn't get the greatest results, but it still is at least half an hour, if not at least an hour better in data or in mixed use in the end. In terms of charging times, they are both absolutely great. The LG charges like 20 minutes faster, but it has the smaller battery. But this could actually be the thing, because if you have no problem with replacing batteries, the worst battery life of the LG G5 could be also leveled out already, so it's fine. When it comes to the software, LG doesn't really offer that much as it did in the recent past, because we had dual window and we had a few things like this. We have still great things like Clipboard, and we have a theming engine that doesn't really change so much, and that is actually why I give the win to Samsung, because the theming engine changes a lot more of the overall aesthetics. It looks like it would change the overall UI. For example, if you want something black, on LG it pretty much only changed the icons. That was the only thing, and both deliver enough. You get all the basics done. I didn't really feel like I would have missed something on the LG, but I got a lot of enhancing features on the S7, like dual window, pop-up window, also the swipe over with the palm to make screenshots. So a lot of nice little additions. In terms of updates, they should be quite similar, so not a real big problem. In terms of camera, it's actually quite close. The LG has the better selfie camera, even though both don't have the really best ones. Low light capabilities are also absolutely top notch on both. Maybe a slight little advantage to the S7, but not really by much. And the outside pictures in terms of good lighting are also really great on both. The S7 tends to be a little bit nicer for my personal eye. It just feels a little bit more polished. Of course, it does maybe seem super natural always, a little bit over sharpened, maybe a little bit optimized and all that, which I didn't see so much on the LG G5, but the shutter times were great on both. Autofocus worked a little bit more reliable on the S7, but still great. And when it comes to the video qualities, I give here the win after all to the S7 because first of all it has 1080p 60 frames per second recording, which the LG doesn't have. 4K works on both, even though on the LG it's limited to 5 minutes. Both have absolutely great video capabilities. The LG has a little bit of an issue with some slight pumping autofocus or with a little bit of a slower one. The S7 does a better job here, but both are absolutely on a great level, and I've even made a few videos with the G5 and I'm really pleased with the overall qualities. So in the end, of course, the winner obviously kind of for me is still the S7 because it's the rounder, nicer package. The LG has the issues with the build quality and the battery life. Other than that, I would have actually liked this device even more so much, and then the fight would have been even closer because it has the better performance, which is really important for me. It has still a beautiful display. The actual in-hand feel was really nice if you look past the build quality issues a little bit, but therefore the speaker was also a lot better and the camera was also on a very close to S7 level. So if it wouldn't have been for the battery life, then it would have been a way closer fight for me because the build quality issues weren't such a big issue for me at the moment. Maybe it could be over the next few weeks or months or so. And we have the module options, which I think are more of a gimmick yet because we almost have no modules, but you can at least change the battery if you want to do that. It's therefore not waterproof, so if that's important for you, the S7. In the end, I think I've gave you all the pros and cons, and if you think I'm biased towards the S7, then let it be, so I don't have a problem with that. Of course, it's my personal build device, but if you watch, for example, my 3 months later video of the S7, you will see that I still have to nag about things. Browser performance isn't that great, the white on the display is a little bit too yellow, the speaker isn't the best anymore compared to other flagships, so it's not perfect after all, but the LG just is a little bit less perfect in the end as well. So that would have been it. That would have been it. I hope that helped you, and the end is always a struggle for me. So I would say give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to, and if you have any questions, hate comments or positive comments, leave them down in the comments, and I wish you a nice day. Bye.